Do you want to start again?
No, no.
No.
The first one is to try and get the heat in evenly all the way around. The second one is to stop it from sagging or drooping. In the trade, it's known as glass blowers droop, which is very unfortunate for glass blowers. See what I mean? Turn it over the other way, back down it goes again. Story of my life. Now the third reason for turning it around is to allow the glass to roll down on itself and create the blob, hence the glass blobbery. So you just keep on turning it round and building it up. This is going to be the back end of the cat. Can you see it getting fatter as I'm turning it round? So we're just building up that bulk. Once we've got the bulk to the right size, I'm going to squidge it, and 4 squidges equals a squodge. Okay? You're getting all the technical language now. And I didn't catch what you did, what your job was.
I work in oil field too.
Do you? Oh, right, okay. I've just been listening to a story about the oil industry in Texas in the 1930s.
Oh.
Pretty amazing. In fact, what was the story? Wayfaring stranger. And it was about these 2 Americans who, I always get confused by legs. They always call the 2 front legs the 4 legs. But there's only 2 of them. It's an odd world. So just rocking it like this. And pulling it out. My son did did his extended essay on predicting oil flows and usage when he was at uni. So just pushing that down, put it down a little bit. Now we're on to the back legs. I'm going to give it 2, because if I only gave him 1 he'd be hopping mad. Did you hear that squealy noise? That squealy noise is me being a lazy blobber. I'm actually taught to work up here, but being an idle toad I work down the hottest part of the flame, which is about 1/2 inch to 1 inch beyond that light blue bit. Now the light blue bit is the gas igniting as it comes out of the burner. Inside the light blue bit is unburnt gas, and the unburnt gas brushes against the glass, putting that noise. I have had people going out saying, "Did you hear it cracking while he was working?" We're on to the back paws. It's about long enough for a pause, isn't it? You obviously didn't realise what an idiot you were going to see when you came in here. Let's bring this one here. And onto the other side. So I'm just going to heat up the bottom now. I normally start off at the back end, that way I can get to the bottom of it. And just squash that down like that. Would you like to see the tail going round, or would you like to see it going up?
Up.
Up,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Shows it's pleased to see you. So heating up the end of the rod here, playing the flame on the surface of the glass we're going to attach the rod to, and just join it on there. Stretch it out very slightly, very gently, heating up beyond where it's already molten, and we're going to make a kind of S shape. So can you see me stretching it? And then all the way up like that. And there we are. That's now become the handle. One of the problems with working glass is it's very hot. You can't actually hold the object. When you're designing things, you've got to think in terms of handles. So I'm going to use the tail as the handle, and that means that I'm going to be able to heat up this bit here. I don't know if you can see it, but the legs look as though they're coming out and straight down. I want the legs to look as though they're coming out from underneath. So we're going to heat this bit up here, we're going to drag it that way, and that'll give us the chest, the shoulders, and also make it look as though the legs are coming out from underneath.
So now that glass doesn't, the heat's not conducted down the glass.
No, glass is a super cooled liquid. So when you're looking through a window, it's a bit like looking through ice. The freezing temperature of this glass is round about 600 degrees centigrade. And here we are, we're just going to pull it forward. Now, because the molecules don't normally touch, there's that gap between them, the only way the heat is transferred is by jumping the gap between the molecules. As it makes the jump, it loses all its energy. So I can hold this in the flame for as long as I want without burning my fingers. There's more heat being radiated through the air around the glass than actually down through the glass. We're on to we've done the chest. It's a very proud cat. It's the sort of cat that very condescendingly allows you to sit in its chair. We're on the neck. At the top of the neck, he's just having his neck pulled. At the top of the neck, we're going to do the head. Have you heard people speaking Welsh?
Not very much. No.
Not very much, okay. Would you mind a Welsh lesson while you're here? This is very useful if you're driving around, okay? The Welsh word for head. The Welsh word for head is pen, and it's spelt P-E-N. So when you see a sign saying Penabont, that means head of the bridge. Penmaen Mawr, head of the big stone or high cliffs. Okay? Writers are very good. They always use their pen. Right, here we go. We're on to the face or the mask of the cat. Just going to pull it out a bit. Onto the nose. You've got to give it a nose, because if you don't, it's snot on. There we go. There's the nose. Now for the ears. So ears, the first one. I was told the old ones are the best. They just lied. And onto this side as well. Just pull it up. Right. There we are. Those are the ears. Now for the eyes, I'm going to give it 2, because if I gave him one, he'd be winking. Or worse still, he might be a cyclops. You don't get very many cyclops cats. How do you make a cyclops wink? Any ideas?
No.
No? I don't know either. I bet it's blinking hard. Right, so there we go. One sat superior cat.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. What I'm going to do now is take him off the end of the tail. As you probably know, cats and elephants have something in common. It's the fact they don't like being held by the tail. It makes them very dizzy when you lift them up and swing them around. The thing with the cat is when you let go, it goes meow like that. With the elephant, you daren't stop, because when they come down, they squash you. That's as true as I'm standing here. So I'm just going to take him off the end of the tail. The end of the tail is they lived happily ever after. Nervous twitch at the end of the tail. And there we go. One sat superior cat. Now, because I'm tight-fisted, I don't like spending money, we're going to join these bits together, and then later on, hopefully, I'll be able to use this for something else. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. That was it.
And can you buy that cat?
You can buy the cat if you want. You can't take it away today, unfortunately. He's got to go in the kiln to be annealed to de-stress it. Do you remember me saying that the molecules don't touch? Because of the way I've been heating the glass up and moving it about, some of the molecules are touching, and that's really bad news.